Nana, did we do the monopolistic competition?
Yes, ma'am.
Over monopolistic competition.
Yes, ma'am.
Duopoly is also over.
Yes, ma'am. That markets topic completely completed.
Okay, okay, Nana. So we'll start with the pricing. చెప్తే ఉన్నా ఫ్యూనరల్ రేట్ ఓకే So can you see the screen, Anna, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So pricing is what the next concept that we need to do. We have done with the market structures, uh, perfect competition and imperfect competition. Now coming to the next concept. So we have left over with two concepts in Unit 3. The first one is pricing. The second one is break-even analysis with problems. So here, let's start with the concept of pricing. Did I introduce the concept? We have to do with the methods, I think.
Yes, ma'am. Methods. We have come with methods of pricing. You told us to put the side heading and we left it over there.
So Nana, is side heading, may I know who is speaking?
I'm
Shavya. Yeah, Shavya. Right, I identified your voice. So here, Nana, side horizontal పెట్టుకోండి book horizontal పెట్టి పైన heading write down methods of pricing. Yes. Did you all of you take the book horizontally, top on the top, write down methods of pricing? Once you are done, let me know, and I'll start with the methods.
Yes, ma'am.
So here, methods of pricing. You know how we'll write the flow chart, Nana? So ఈ methods ని four flow charts, four headings కింద draw చేయండి. Methods of pricing అని draw a flow chart which has four headings. Start with the first heading. Start with the first heading. Over, Nana. Shall we start with the first heading?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. Write down first heading, cost-based pricing. Cost-based pricing. Write down the first heading, cost-based pricing. Under this, you have two methods. Under cost-based pricing, you have two methods. First one is cost plus pricing. First method, cost plus pricing. Second method, marginal cost based pricing. The first దాంట్లోనే A is cost plus pricing, B is marginal cost based pricing. Okay, in first method we have two, cost based pricing we have two. A, cost plus pricing, B, marginal cost based pricing. Is it clear, Nana?
Yes, ma'am.
Now going to the next side heading, next main heading, competition based pricing. Competition based pricing.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, Nana.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Please, could you please
Yeah. Okay. Okay, competition based pricing, under which the first one is pricing above the competition level. Pricing above the competition level. Okay, first method under competition based pricing, pricing above the competition level. Second one is pricing below the competition level. Pricing below the competition level. Follow the leader method. Third method, follow the leader method. Now, just a second, and I got a call. Like I will be busy in 1 second. Huh? Just 1 second. Take follow the leader method under competition based pricing. Did you do with the third method? Huh? Did you take down in flowchart?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, follow the leader method. Next, sealed bidding pricing. Fourth one, sealed bidding pricing. Then the next main heading. So in competition-based pricing, we have 4 methods. One is price above the competition, price below the competition, follow the leader method, sealed bidding pricing. Now the next main third heading, demand-based pricing. Demand-based pricing. Under this, the first one is price discrimination. Price discrimination. A is price discrimination. B, perceived value pricing. Perceived value pricing. Perceived value pricing. A, price discrimination. Perceived value pricing. Now coming to the fourth method. The next one is strategy-based pricing. In demand-based pricing, we have 2. First one is price discrimination. Second one is perceived value pricing. Now going to the fourth method, strategy-based pricing. Strategy-based pricing. The fourth heading, strategy-based pricing, under which the first one is skimming pricing. Skimming pricing. SKIMMING. Skimming pricing. MMING. Skimming pricing. Then next one is penetration pricing. PENETRATION. Penetration pricing, or it's also known as market penetration. Penetration pricing, or it's also known as market penetration. Then C, third one, block pricing. BLOCK. Block pricing. Block pricing. Then fourth one, commodity bundling pricing. Commodity bundling. BUNDLING. Commodity bundling pricing. Then last one, peak load pricing. PEAK. Peak load pricing. Fifth one, peak load pricing. So can anyone on the camera and show me this one, Nana? Janavi or Shravi or anyone? Can you please on your camera and show the chart? Let me check is it correct, like there was a lot of disturbances in between. One of you on your camera and just show the book, that's it. Show the book and the chart. One of you open the camera and show me. Anna, can you hear me?
Ma'am, am I visible?
Yeah, just on the camera and show me the. Yeah. In first you have 2. In second you have how many?
4, ma'am.
4. Yeah. Book చూయించిన book.
Good, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Okay. In third you have 2, and again in fifth you have, fourth you have 5. That's it, Nana. Okay. Okay, Shravan.
Yes.
So these are the methods that we have in pricing, as pricing plays a very important role depending upon the nature and type of the product that is offered by the manufacturers and the producers. They offer one of the method, they apply one of the method to decide the price. Let's start with the let's start with the first method, that is cost-based pricing. So cost-based pricing is a simple and a common method that is applied by most of the products that have been manufactured, consumer products that have been manufactured in India. And what do you mean by cost-based pricing? Cost-based pricing is nothing but the producer analyzes the cost of production, and cost of production is nothing but total cost. Total cost is equal to all possible costs that are involved in manufacturing a particular product plus a fixed percentage of profits. So here, depending on the nature and type of policy that the company has, they may fix at 10% or they may fix at 8% or they may fix at 5% as a profit. So, like for example, here in the picture, in the slide you have, if the selling price is, if the cost is 1 lakh and the fixed percentage of profit as per the policy of the company is 10%, then the selling price would be 11 lakhs. Okay, 1,10,000. Is that clear, Nana? So this is how the cost plus pricing would be determined as a method of pricing under cost-based pricing. It's nothing but total cost. Total cost is nothing but the cost involved to manufacture a product or a service plus fixed percentage of profit. And depending on the policy of the company, they decide what is that fixed percentage. For example, it is 10. They add total cost plus 10% of profit and decides the price. As shown in the example, if cost of production is 1 lakh and 10% is the profit, so 1 lakh plus 10% is 10,000. So 1,10,000 would be the selling price. Is it clear, Nana? This is the first method under cost-based pricing law, cost plus pricing. What is this plus? Plus is nothing but a fixed percentage of profit as per the policy of the company. Is it clear? The first method. Shall I move on to the next method? Yeah. The next method is marginal cost. What do you mean by marginal cost? Generally, let me know what is the definition of marginal cost, Nana?
Price for 1 unit.
Price, extra 1 unit, isn't it? 572. What's your name, Nana?
Mani Vishnu.
Yeah, good then. So, price for extra 1 unit or cost of production to manufacture extra 1 unit is known as marginal cost. So, the price is fixed based on marginal cost referred to. What is the cost of marginal cost to manufacture extra 1 unit? That would be decided as cost price of that particular product, selling price of that particular product. So here, normally, marginal cost is nothing but extra 1 unit. So the intention here is variable cost to incur, isn't it? What do you mean by variable cost? Example, labor and material, isn't it? It increases if you increase your production, it reduces if you reduce your production. But fixed cost doesn't change whatever may be your level of production. If it is 0 or to that of 100% capacity, your fixed cost doesn't change. But fixed cost increase or decrease if you increase your production per unit. Fixed cost per unit increases or decreases. Yes, Nana? Fixed cost per unit increases or decreases if you increase your production?
Increases.
Yeah, very good. Increases, isn't it? Increases, sir. Sorry. I mean some other way. Fixed cost per unit increases if you increase your production or decreases.
Fixed cost is constant.
Yeah. So production increase outa unte emotundana. The per unit fixed cost reduces, isn't it? We have seen cost and output relationship in short run. So except average fixed cost, every cost will increase. Only average fixed cost reduces if you increase your production, which we have highlighted with the dotted lines, if you remember. Isn't it? Did you get it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So except average fixed cost, all the cost increases. The concept of marginal cost is nothing but contributing with, yeah. There is a disturbance. Someone needs to mute yourself. 522. Mute yourself, Nana. Roll number 522. So as per marginal cost method, this price will cover variable cost and contributes towards the fixed cost. So that is what partially contributes towards the fixed cost. That is the concept here. Is that clear? Normally the price should be how covering all the cost plus a fixed percentage of profit is cost plus pricing. Marginal cost is nothing but contributing towards the fully variable cost and contributing towards a part towards the fixed cost is known as marginal cost. So that is the second method as how the selling price would be decided. And what is marginal cost? It's nothing but cost incurred to manufacture extra 1 unit is known as marginal cost. Shall I move on to the next competition based pricing?
Yes.
Yes?
Your voice is breaking.
My
Your
voice is
clear.
My voice is breaking. Can you hear me, Nana?
No, ma'am, not breaking.
Yes, ma'am. Now it's clear.
Now it's clear. Okay. So here the concept of competition based pricing is the next heading. So what do you mean by competition based pricing? This pricing, selling price would be decided based on the competition. So here, what do you mean by competition? This is basically in the case of oligopoly. What do you mean by oligopoly? Few sellers, isn't it? There it is not based on pricing strategy, but there it is based on competition strategy. So here, pricing above the competition level is the first one. What do you mean by competition level? It's nothing but the fellow competitors. Okay, so who can apply such strategy, pricing above the competition? It is only the established companies, isn't it? If a new company starts with a very high prices, will the consumers try the new components or new products? No, isn't it? So therefore, like for example, Patanjali was the example that we can give in the case of consumers where there were very less prices, isn't it? Initially, they started with the strategy of penetration pricing, that is very less prices in comparison with the market in order to spread the product in the market. Now, pricing above the competition level is only applied by the established companies who have brand image and who sell premium products, which are of high quality. What do you mean by premium products? It's nothing but a superior quality products. So this is what one of the method based on competition, pricing above the competition level, and this can be applied only by established companies who have a good brand image and who sell premium products which are of high quality. So this is known as pricing above the competition level. Now going to the pricing below the competition level. So this is also another strategy that is applied, but here what they say is only big companies who can withstand the loss or normal profits can go for this strategy. Why? Because sometimes the consumers suspect the quality of the products if they offer less price in comparison with the other products. So even this strategy can be applied only by the established companies is what this strategy says. Why? Because do the consumers suspect or not if you give less prices in comparison with the fellow competitors? So therefore, pricing below the competition level, sometimes it is only available for the big companies who are already established. Only sometimes it attracts the consumers if the new entrants or the small companies will apply such strategy. Why? Because they doubt the quality. Isn't it? Like people normally think, why are there so less prices in comparison with the others, especially in the case of consumer goods such as soaps, shampoos, creams, and so on. Why? Because people doubt the quality as directly consuming towards a human consumption would be a doubtful issue. So, isn't it? Therefore, pricing below the competition sometimes applied by the big companies as well as sometimes applied by the small companies. But sometimes what happens is the consumers may suspect the quality if they pose less price in comparison with the competitors. So this is known as pricing below the competition level. And these are both dangerous strategies which the company should play very carefully, especially in the case of oligopoly. Isn't it? Especially in the case of oligopoly, why do we insist, especially in the case of oligopoly? Can anyone answer? Why, especially in oligopoly, it's a dangerous strategy that will be played, and it's a high cautiousness should be there with the companies. So why is it, especially in the case of oligopoly, not in perfect competition and monopoly?
And I think it's because in oligopoly we have a lot of competition, and if the people lose their like what they say, trust over the company, then there will be huge losses for the company.
Yeah. It's a hard to again gain the trust of the consumers again once you lose the customer base, isn't it? So
Yes.
cutthroat competition in oligopoly and basically price, isn't it? We have a king. Why is there king? Because lot of interdependency. If one seller increases, the other doesn't do. And if one seller reduces, the other follow the suit. So it's a dangerous play where the company should be very cautious while going above the market level or going below the market level. So this is about market level. Now going to the third one, follow the leader method. This is nothing but going blindly with the strategies played by the leader, market leader. And how will we judge the market leader, Nana? On what basis do we judge the market leader, especially in the case of oligopoly? What is the basis of judging the market leader? Who is a market leader in one particular component? Will be judged based on what?
Shares, ma'am, major shares.
Major share in?
Industry.
Very good. Very good. Major share in market, isn't it? Major share in the market position. So who is the first who have a maximum market share will be treated as a market leader, and especially in oligopoly, everyone will strive to reach such strategy, isn't it? Like how in the case of Jio and Airtel were the tough competitors. Number one was always fought with Airtel. Airtel ki asal evvaru, there were no beaters at all, where market leader ante Airtel unnindi, and all others, Idea, Vodafone, BSNL, simply blindly followed the packages what are offered by the Airtel. I think if even you were observed, there were more or less the same packages offered by Idea, Airtel, BSNL, and so on. But later in the 2016, once Jio have entered into the market, what happened now? What is the market share that is captured by the Jio, and Airtel have gone to the second place and Jio have took the first place, isn't it? So therefore, market leader, identifying the market leader is purely based on the market share captured by the or offered by the products of a particular company. And here, whatever the strategies that are followed by the market leader would be blindly followed by the others. This is known as follow the leader method. Is it clear, Nana? Now going to the next one, sealed bidding pricing. The fourth one under competition-based pricing, sealed bidding pricing. What do you mean by this? This especially happened or more popular in the case of tenders and contracts. What happens here? If a company require a machine, if a company require a contract or outsourcing, it gives advertisement of open advertisement to invite the tenders. All the participants will apply for the tender and quote the price that are offered by them. And on the day of advertisement, on the scheduled date, they open the tenders and award the contract for the company which quotes the less price. So that is known as sealed bidding pricing. So in most of the construction contracts or in tenders of government companies, this is what the strategy that is applied in competition-based pricing, sealed bidding pricing, where more companies participate here and there is more competition. And I think you have seen even in movies where the amount that have been quoted as the price would be a top secret that have been quoted by each and every company, and no one knows how much is the price quoted by every participant. The company itself opens a seal on the day of allotted schedule, and then the company which poses the lowest price would be awarded the contract. So this is known as sealed bidding pricing. So these are the 4 methods under competition-based pricing. Competition above the price, competition below, price above the competition level, pricing below the competition level, follow the leader method, and sealed bidding pricing. Any doubts in these methods, Nana? 4 methods. Shall I move on to the next one? And if you confirm, I'll move on.
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me, Nana. Who is this?
The 7N, ma'am. Ma'am, do we have to present about the duopoly? Because we have.
Yeah, Nana. Sorry, I forgot. So I'll stop here and continue on Wednesday the remaining demand-oriented pricing.